This is IGN. A dark, gorgeous, and touching journey. This is your IGN review of The Midnight Walk by Will Borger. In the beginning, the story goes, there was the dark, and then there was fire. In Judeo-Christian myth, the first thing that God does is make light to drive out the nothingness of the darkness. Much of human achievement is based on the harnessing of fire, the ability to cook food, to stay warm, and travel to space. Something to sit around and tell stories. The language of creativity is the language of the flame. Inspiration is a spark. It was impossible for me not to think about this kind of stuff when I was playing The Midnight Walk, a dark puzzle horror adventure with an eerie stop-motion animation style that demands comparison to Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. But developer Moonhood Studios knows that fire doesn't just light the way forward. It consumes, it burns, it destroys. And a lit match, beautiful as it is, can burn down the world if it's in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Midnight Walk isn't mechanically complex, but its story goes places. As I walked through its stunning, often emotionally devastating world, I was mostly just happy to be walking the bleak road it laid before me. Its 8-hour journey opens with your character, the Burnt One, rising from a grave and accepting eyes and ears from another creature to be able to see and hear. At first, your mission isn't clear. You're just trying to survive. The world of the Midnight Walk is a place of eternal night, stalked by crawlers, creatures with too many limbs, whose movement is staggered, stuttery, and wrong. You run from them, hide from them in wardrobes, close your eyes to remove doors. Light a match, light a candle, light the way. Close your eyes and listen, and something hidden might reveal itself. Your methods for interacting with the world are limited but consistent, and the Midnight Walk builds on them subtly, twisting them in interesting ways. A match can light a candle to solve a puzzle, but it can light your way too. A wardrobe can hide you from the crawlers and serve as a doorway between to other wardrobes. A gun that shoots matches can help light candles and solve puzzles from afar. Look something in the eye before closing yours, and you'll open them to find the thing blocking your path is gone. The world tends to change when you aren't looking, or you might have been transported. It's simple stuff, but it's interesting because of the ways the Midnight Walk constantly plays with the rules, modifying and adding and shaping new things atop the old, often in ways I didn't expect and don't want to spoil here. One of the things I admire most about the Midnight Walk is how unwilling it is to stop and explain things to you. The characters in this world speak to you like they live here, not like they're dispensing lore to the uninitiated. Even the narration you'll encounter is more concerned with telling a story than making sure you know what every word means. Understanding comes from paying attention, from finding shell phones scattered throughout the world and listening to the stories stored in them. They don't often tell you who is speaking. You have to figure that out for yourself. In doing that, you begin to understand what this world is, how it came to be this way, and your place in it. And that's where the Midnight Walk sings for me, in its story and in its characters. Each one of them was modeled in real-world clay and crafting materials, then scanned in and animated to resemble traditional stop-motion techniques. There are the two-headed soothsayers who worship the fire and try to guide you along its path, dispensing their wisdom before disappearing. The enigmatic soul fisher, said to be older than almost everything, meets you by any fire on the road to offer companionship and advice. He seems like he's waiting for something. Housie, your walking house, who serves as a companion, a home for the things you find, and a respite from the dark itself. And there are more. Some you'll meet long before you understand who they are or what they're doing, and others will become old friends or strange, threatening acquaintances. I haven't been able to stop thinking about the Midnight Walk since I saw its endings. It's something I know I'll come back to so that I can wander this dark world again, not because I'm looking to complete a checklist, but because everything I've learned has recontextualized the emotional stories I saw and changed what I believed about the world. I want to hear the mournful, haunting music again and spend more time by the fire with these characters. I want to travel with Potboy, my charge, my companion, my friend who says so much without ever speaking a word. The Midnight Walk is not long. I would put my playthrough at around 7 or 8 hours, and I took my time. But it is gorgeous and touching, and it took hold of me early and never let me go until I took the last step on my journey. It isn't mechanically ambitious other than to play with perception in unexpected ways, and it challenged me to go into the dark unafraid and find truth and companionship. And I did. Out of darkness, light. One cannot exist without the other, and neither offers every answer. I lit a match and found my way, and I was not alone. The Midnight Walk's IGN score? 9 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest updates on the Midnight Walk, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.